So Dok, breast cancer naman? Mind you, iba po ang case ni Miss Diana kay Miss Maritoni, which is stage 2B, so mas delikado. Mas kailangan ng chemo. So Dok, bakit hindi po nagpa-chemo si Miss Diana? Pwede ba yun? Yan ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Hi guys, this is Serge On and in here we're going to talk about everything medical surgical. So, tanang sakit sa kalibutan. So for this video, we will tackle the breast cancer journey of Miss Diana Meneses. Ano ang pagkakapareho at pagkakaiba nila ng case ni Miss Maritoni at bakit mas delikado ang kaso niya? Tsaka ang controversial approach niya sa sakit niya, which is more conservative, compared to Miss Maritoni na mas drastic and extreme. So risky ba ang desisyon niya? Kung ikaw ay may breast cancer stage 2B, then you should definitely watch this.
Diana, this is a second lease on life.
2018, back 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer stage 2B.
Okay, so if you've watched a Maritoni video on breast cancer, alam nyo na to. So review lang tayo. Breast cancer is divided into stages. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So meron pa yung mga subdivisions each. So stage 2 is further subdivided into 2A and 2B. So ang staging ng breast cancer mo may 3 criteria. So T, N, and M. T is tumor or kung gaano kalaki yung bukol. N is node or colony or kung ilang lymph node sa kilikili ang apektado. And M is metastasis or kung kumalat na sa buong katawan. So pag sinabi nating stage 2B, pwede yung tumor na 2 to 5 cm at kumalat na sa 1 to 3 na lymph node sa kilikili or pwede rin kahit walang lymph node pero mas malaki pa sa 5 cm. Any sa dalawang yan. In comparison, ang cancer ni Miss Maritoni is stage 2A. And although wala tayong copy ng actual ultrasound result ni Miss Maritoni, knowing the definition ng stage 2B ni Miss Diana, alam natin ang bukol ni Miss Maritoni na 2A is either mas maliit sa 2 cm or pwede ring 2 to 5 cm pero walang lymph node sa kilikili na apektado.
February 2018, and they told me, probably I have only 2 years.
They told you that?
One of my doctors did.
Again, dahil cancer yan, ang most important priority pag breast cancer is always prevention and early detection. Ang stage ng breast cancer mo ang isa sa pangunahing nagde-determine ng chance of survival mo. Although hindi lang ito, kasi meron pa rin tayong ibang considerations which we will tackle later on. Gaya ng type ng cancer, kung may genetic mutations ka ba, kung triple negative or positive, so maraming factors. So later, alligator. So we don't usually give taning-taning when it comes to breast cancer. It creates fear and nawawala ng tiwala ang pasyente sa doktor if ever na mali ng taning. So a better, more reliable, and research-based approach is giving patients a 5-year prognosis based on their cancer stage. Ano ang chance na buhay pang pasyente 5 years from now? So maraming research na kumuha ng mga pasyenteng may breast cancer. They will group them according to the stage. So for example, stage 2B. We follow these patients up for the next 5 years and aalamin namin kung ilang percent sa kanila ang buhay pa. So that would be your 5-year prognosis. So iba-iba yan kasi iba-ibang studies. Pero ang common denominator nilang lahat and consistent for all, habang tumataas ang staging, mas lumiliit ang chance of survival. So this is one study. This is the spread of cancer. This is the rough estimate of survival. In Diana's case, stage 2B can either be local pa rin. If ever malaki yung bukol pero walang pagkalat ng lymph node sa kilikili. Or regional, if ever may pagkalat na sa kilikili, pero maliit pa rin yung bukol. So biglang baba from 98 to 84.4%. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Na wala sa laki ng bukol mo ang problema, kundi nasa pagkalat. Mas delikado ang cancer na kumalat sa lymph nodes kaysa sa walang pagkalat, kahit anong size pa yan. Since we are on the topic, tingnan nyo to. So distant metastasis. From 84.4%, naging 24.3% na lang ang chance na buhay ka pa after 5 years. Ang laki ng binaba. Anong metastasis, you ask? So pagkalat ng cancer mo sa baga, sa bones, sa atay, etc. So mas delikado pa yan kaysa sa pagkalat sa lymph nodes. Distant metastasis is what we commonly know as stage 4 breast cancer. Anong definition ng stage 4? So any T, any M, basta may pagkalat or metastasis, diretso ka ng stage 4. Meaning niyan, kahit maliit ang bukol mo, kahit wala ka pang affected na lymph nodes, kung may nakita sa baga or sa atay mo na pagkalat, diretsong bubulusok pababa ang chance of survival mo. Again, wala yan sa size, nasa pagkalat.
So what I did, I think it's very important whenever we have this kind of diagnosis that you really have to do not just one doctor, you have to really have a second opinion. And I even joke about it, third, fourth, fifth, sixth opinion pa man yan.
Yes, you can have all the opinions you want, so that is your right as a patient. Would that change the diagnosis? Well, that depends. Kasi depende sa imaging test mo and sa biopsy result mo ang diagnosis ng breast cancer, including the staging. So most likely hindi yan mag-change unless you plan to get another biopsy, an ultrasound or CT scan. That is a better and more reasonable approach. Also, different hospitals can offer different levels of treatment. So if you really want to get a wide array of treatment and surgical options, better talaga from private hospitals in the city. Yun lang, mas mahal talaga.
I thought I was healthy. People look at me, oh, you're posing on sexy magazine, so your body's okay. The idea is that you're healthy, right? Panglabas mo ay healthy tingnan, pero paano yung inner?
Okay, so wala siyang binanggit na sintomas. But if you've ever watched a Maritoni video, most likely same presentation, so bukol na hindi masakit. Again, breast cancer is painless habang lumalaki, so hindi siya masakit. And again, hindi po yan palakihan ng bukol, so kahit maliit yan, pwede pa rin yan na may pagkalat. So ang rule is, pag may nakapakang bukol, ipa-ultrasound mo agad.
Emotional stress, puyat, pagkain, it's a little bit controversial for other people, but in my view, I think that cancer is metabolic instead of genetic. And that's how I look at it.
So, well, technically, that depends on the type of cancer. So, for breast cancer, it is a mix of all. So, metabolic can. So, pwede pa rin yan. Pero just a small percentage. High-fat diet, paninigarilyo, beer, walang exercise, exposure to radiation, so pwede. Actually, stress is not a proven cause of breast cancer. Ang bulk talaga or proven na risk factor is hormonal, so estrogen exposure. Kung gaano katagal ka exposed to estrogen. Kasi ang karamihan ng breast cancer, guys, estrogen receptor positive. Meaning, ginagamit nilang estrogen mo sa dugo para magparami at magpalaki. So 80% ng cancer mo ganyan. Tinakal natin yan sa Maritoni video kung ano ang ER positive na bukol. So I will post a link down below. So sino-sino ba ang mga at risk? So lahat ng babae na may increased estrogen sa katawan. So kailan ba tumataas ang estrogen? Pag nireregla ka. So mga babaeng maagang niregla, mga babaeng matagal nagmenopause, yung mga babaeng hindi nabuntis. Kasi nga during pregnancy, bumababa ang estrogen mo. Yung mga matagal bago nagbuntis, yung mga obese, kasi nga yung fat mo, nako-convert yan into estrogen. Yung palainom ng beer, ang beer mo nako-convert din yan into estrogen. Mga nagbe-birth control pills, they are at a small risk of getting breast cancer. Ang kagandahan dyan, pag nag-stop ka ng pills ng matagal, nawawala din ang risk ng breast cancer. Ang mga hindi nabuntis, guys, yung mga madre, yung mga matatandang dalaga, mas mataas ang risk nila kasi mas matagal ang exposure nila sa estrogen. So 27% higher ang risk nila na magka-breast cancer kesa sa mga babaeng nabuntis.
When you were diagnosed, 2 taon na lang, anong pakiramdam mo noon?
So ang una kong ginawa, Ms. Karen, was I doubted my doctor. It can't be just that. You can't just tell a person that they only have 2 years and they only have these options. No.
So this is a normal response of patients with dealing with grief when they find out that they have a life-threatening or terminal disease. So dabda. Una dyan is denial. Ayaw mong paniwalaan. Next is A, anger. So magagalit ka. Pwedeng sa doktor, pwedeng sa sarili mo, pwedeng sa sitwasyon, or pwedeng sa Diyos. B is for bargaining. So, magbabargain ka ngayon sa Diyos. Lord, kung bibigyan mo ako ng more time, tutulong ako sa iba, or gagawin ko ito, so etc. D is depression. Siyempre, magsisink in ngayon sa iyo yan at malulungkot ka. Then finally, A, acceptance. So, tanggap mo na. Hindi lahat umaabot ng acceptance. Pwede ring umabot dyan, then bumalik ulit sa denial. So, it's a process. Mind you, hindi lang po ito para sa mga may taning or mga mamamatay na. Any life-changing condition can trigger dabda.
So, you were diagnosed with stage 2 cancer.
Stage 2B.
Anong kaibahan nun and what were you feeling?
So you don't feel anything. Like, I didn't know. Like, I thought, wala. Like, there's no signs of cancer with me during my time.
Again, most common presentation ng breast cancer, painless lump. That's why importante mag-breast self-examination once a month. Usually ginagawa ito 3 to 5 days after ng start ng regla mo para hindi masyadong congested ang suso. Kung nag-menopause ka na, pick a constant date every month para mag-BSE. So finger pads, not fingertips. Mula sa labas sa may kilikili, in circular motion paloob papunta sa nipple. Nakahiga, nakaharap sa salamin para nakikita mo ngayon kung may na-miss kang spot. Pero disclaimer, dahil nga ikaw yung kumapa, malaki pa rin ang chance na may na-miss kang bukol. So it is not a substitute for ultrasound and early monitoring.
It was a triple positive cancer. It just means that it's very aggressive. It could be small but very aggressive.
Yan, so meron na siyang pathology result. In layman's term, biopsy. So, basahin natin. Tara! So, ang type ng cancer ni Diana ay invasive ductal carcinoma. Invasive, kumakalat. Carcino is crab, meaning cancer. Oma is bukol. So, cancerous na bukol. So, ductal is ang type ng breast cancer niya. May dalawang primary type ng breast cancer, ductal and lobular. Ang lobule mo ang nagpo-produce ng gatas at dadaan ito sa ducts palabas ng nipple. Pag sinabi nating ductal, sa daanan ng gatas, tumubo ang bukol. So, 80% ng breast cancer, ductal. 10% lobular. Ang remaining 10% ay others. Others. So, di ba stressful? Kaya wag na kayong mag-med school. Okay, so ang histologic grade daw ng cancer niya ay 3. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Ang cancer nyo, titingnan yan sa ilalim ng microscope kung gaano kapangit ang cells. Meaning ng pangit na cells, cancer. The more pangit or di na makilala, the more aggressive ang tumor. So pag okay pa, grade 1. Pag so-so, grade 2. Pag halos lahat na cancerous, grade 3. Wala na pong grade 4. Wala rin pong kinder 1 and kinder 2. So ang bukol ni Diana, mas aggressive. So diba sabi natin kanina na hindi lang staging ang nagde-determine ng prognosis or chance of survival mo? Isa rin sa titingnan dyan ang tumor grade. Kita nyo yan sa taas? So the higher the grade, the lesser the prognosis or lesser chance of survival. Sinabi rin niya na triple positive. Actually, triple positive is not very aggressive, but only moderately aggressive. Mas delikado po ang triple negative. Meaning may mga gamot na hindi tumatalab sa bukol mo. So, diniscuss natin yan sa video ni Miss Maritoni. Hindi na natin i-discuss dito kasi baka reglahin kayo ulit. Just watch a Maritoni video after this to supplement your learnings. Basta Diana, 2B. Maritoni, 2A. Okay, so ano pa? So, cribriform and micropapillary daw. So, ang ductal carcinoma mo, marami pa yung iba't ibang itsura pag tiningnan mo under the microscope. Di na natin iisa-isahin kasi nakaka-stress. Basta ang cribriform nyo guys, parang salaan. So may butas-butas. Ang papillary, mukha siyang daliri. Hindi naman yan daliri, Doc. Guys, kinat mo yan sa gitna. So ganitong itsura. Lymphovascular invasion. Meaning, may cancer cells na kumalat na sa lymph and blood vessels mo. Ibig sabihin ba, Doc, mas delikado? Well, hindi sinabi. Ito ang lymphatic system mo. Ito naman ang lymph node. Ang sinabi niya lang ay may kumalat dito, pero hindi niya sinabi na kumalat na dito. So anong gagawin? So kukuha din tayo ng sample ng lymph node sa kilikili at ipapabiopsy ito. So titingnan natin kung may pagkalat na rin doon. So aside sa bukol, may kinuha din tayong lymph node for biopsy.
So
Pero wala kang naramdaman?
Wala.
Walang pain?
Walang pain po. Wala.
Alam mo, nakakatakot yun.
Nakakatakot siya.
Natakal na natin yan kanina, so alam nyo na yan.
I just had myself checked in the bathroom talaga and then I was like, oh, parang may something na maliit pero nafe-feel ko. Hopefully this is just a cyst na mawawala.
Okay, so anong tawag dyan? Breast self-examination. So anong gagawin pag may nakapa? So ipakapa mo ulit sa doktor. Ipapa-examine yan and titingnan kung cancerous or hindi.
As soon as I checked, I know there's something wrong. Kasi sabi nila, I don't like the shape. So apparently pala, pag cancer siya, iba ang shape. Mukha siyang, sorry for the word, demonyo siya tingnan. Like may ganon-ganon na hindi siya yung bilog, as in, weird.
So this is a mammogram result. So gold standard na imaging test for breast cancer. Pag hindi masyadong sure sa mammogram, dyan papasok ang ultrasound mo. So Dok, bakit ultrasound usually ang nare-request? Kasi nga hindi masyadong available ang mammogram, lalo na sa mga bukid-bukid. Tsaka mahal. And ang ultrasound guys, mas useful siya pag malaki yung boobs. So sa mga batang pasyente, yan usually ang ginagamit. So ang itsura ng cancer sa mammogram, spiculated. So parang star na may kamay-kamay. So pag sinabihan ka na ang boobs mo look like a star, huwag kang mag-thank you. Ibig sabihin yan, mukhang breast cancer. Ang mammogram din ang test na nire-request yearly sa mga babaeng 40 years old pataas. May bukol ka mang makapa or wala. Every year yan dapat ginagawa pag tumuntong ang babae ng 40 years old. Lahat ng babae.
Pagbalik ko, biopsy naman. So they really opened it up to check and they confirmed to me. Okay. When you know that they call you na bumalik ka dito, I had this, okay, doon ako na-realize na I really have to take my health way more serious than I thought.
So mammo can give you clues kung pwedeng cancer. Pero ang confirmatory test lang dyan is biopsy. Biopsy, ginagawa yan before or after the opera. Pag before, ang gagawin dyan is core needle biopsy. So, tutusukin ng malaking needle and ang sample ibabiopsy. Then after ng opera, yung natanggal na bukol, ibabiopsy rin ulit for confirmation. Hihiwain gaya ng nakikita ninyo. Then titingnan sa ilalim ng microscope. Yan ang confirmatory test. Mas reliable yan kaysa sa core needle biopsy kasi lahat ng side ng bukol mo kukunan ng sample. Ang core needle nyo kasi guys, hindi lahat natatamaan. Ito iisa-isahin talaga. So bakit ini-emphasize namin yan? Kasi marami pong nagpapa-opera sa suso, hindi na bumabalik. Kasi usually na nangyayari, sa ibang hospital ginagawa ang biopsy kasi walang pathologist ang ibang hospital. So most especially sa mga far-flung areas. Minsan, hindi na rin nagko-cover ng PhilHealth ang gasto sa biopsy. So ang mga pasyente, minsan hindi na pina-follow up ang biopsy result. So sa isip nila, ay okay na, natanggal naman. Which is a very wrong practice. So very wrong. Very, very wrong. Kung cancer yan guys, tapos may nakitang pagkalat sa biopsy, pwedeng may iba pang treatment na dapat gawin. So chemo. Or pwedeng ulitin dapat ang opera. So marami. Ang nangyayari sa iba, bumabalik or tumutubo ulit ang bukol kasi nga hindi pina-follow up ang biopsy result after natanggal. Kaya aside sa prevention, ang pinakakulang talaga sa Pinoy patients, follow up. Again, ang gamutan sa breast cancer hindi natatapos sa opera lang.
And then you got treatment.
The first doctor, Miss Karen, told me I should have double mastectomy. In layman's term, that means re-remove mo po lahat. Parehong boobs po, pati nipple minsan, and then pwede nila itatattoo yun para magmukha siyang totoong nipple.
So, treatment plan? Okay, so treatment plan for stage 2B. Pag breast cancer, most important, opera. Walang gamot pang tunaw dyan. Then, pwedeng chemo, pwedeng hindi. Yes, hindi po lahat ng stage 2B kinikimo. We will talk about that later. So, later, alligator. So, the initial plan na opera is double mastectomy. Mastia is breast. Ectomy, remove. Double kasi dalawa. 1 toy plus 1 toy equals 2 toy. Usually, sinasuggest ito for patients who have BRCA gene mutation, yung mga may genetic predisposition for breast cancer. Kasi pwedeng bumalik, just like Angelina Jolie. So nagpa-screening siya at nag-positive for that gene kasi ang ikinamatay ng nanay niya is ovarian cancer. So it causes both ovarian and breast cancer. Mind you, hindi ganoon ka-common ang genetics na nagkakos ng breast cancer. Only 5% lang siya. Yun lang foreigner si Diana. So ang BRCA gene mutation, more common siya sa mga may Jewish descent. So we don't know. So probably. Ang majority talaga is hormonal. So matagal na nababad sa estrogen. Pero yun lang, pag may history ka ng breast cancer sa pamilya, might as well check na baka positive ka sa BRCA gene dahil malaki ang chance na magka-breast cancer ka kung positive. Yung iba, drastic measures talaga. Kahit walang nakapangbukol, tanggal agad, just like Angelina Jolie. So wala nang kakapitan ang bukol mo kung wala ka ng boobs.
So I had my surgery. Instead of double mastectomy, I just removed a lumpectomy, a real small part of this right breast. And of course, I had to reconstruct it so I can still look like I have boobs.
So right lumpectomy lang ang ginawa kay Diana. So removal of lump. So kukuha din ng sample ng lymph node niya at titingnan kung may pagkalat. Kung apektado ang lymph nodes mo, tatanggalin din yan kasama ng bukol. Then for her case, nag-reconstruct. Kasi nga liliit yan compared sa kaliwa. So pwedeng maglagay ng implant. Usually, hindi tinatanggal ang nipple pag lumpectomy lang. So technically, same procedure siya na ginawa kay Miss Maritoni. Yun lang, iba yung size. Mas malaki ang kay Diana. And possible na may pagkalat na sa lymph nodes. So pwedeng kinuha rin yung lymph nodes niya.
Hindi ako nag-chemotherapy.
Hindi?
No. They told me this is the chemotherapy you're gonna have. I thought we talked about going holistic. I felt, you feel it, na parang you can be brave at that moment. Hindi yung parang pasaway ka lang, rebellious ka, kasi buhay mo yun eh.
Okay, so she was informed that she needs chemo. Doc, di ba sabi niyo kanina na hindi lahat ng stage 2B kailangan ng chemo? Well, yes, pag walang pagkalat sa lymph node. Ito oh. Pero if ever may pagkalat na yan, chemo. Kahit nga walang pagkalat, kahit na maliit, pero may warning signs ka, itong apat na ito, chemo pa rin. So may nakita ka ba dyan na mga warning signs sa biopsy result ni Diana kanina? Yan oh, lymphovascular invasion. Check. So high nuclear grade, high histologic grade, so grade 3. Check. HER2 positive, ERPR negative. So no, kasi triple positive ang kay Diana. Pero overall, dapat kay Diana, chemo.
Pero ano yung treatment mo nun?
Different supplements, herbs lang,
That's
cleansing,
one.
detox.
What else did you do?
I had hyperthermia. I did ozone, hyperbaric chain, infrared sauna weekly, IVs with the same cocktail, and my diet has never changed.
Again, mainstay and heavily backed by science. Number 1, surgery. Number 2, chemo. 3, radio. 4, endocrine therapy. 5, trastuzumab. Ang last two na yan, they will work for triple positive patients, just like Diana. Other holistic approaches, they are not fully backed by research. Kasi most researches involving holistic approach are either inconclusive or incomplete. Kasi usually sa mga patients na operahan, na chemo, na radio, or lahat yan, bago pa man sila nagpa-holistic approach. So hindi mo siya directly makakontribute ang holistic sa pagaling ng pasyente.
But I think we need to be careful. Sa mga nanonood ngayon, this is not an endorsement of any way of a treatment you should take. This is Diane's story of what she did.
So yes, take everything Miss Diana did with a grain of salt. This is not conventional approach. Maraming pasyente ang hindi na bumabalik pagkatapos maoperahan, only for them to return a year later na may bagong bukol, then pagkalat na sa atay, sa baga at sa iba pang parte ng katawan. So, stage 4. Sayang ang opera. Nag-resort to herbal, hindi na control na maayos. Yes, it is your right to choose. Malaya ka to weigh all options. Pero that decision comes after namin sabihin ang mga panganib na pwedeng mangyari sa'yo if ever hindi ka magpa-chemo, magpa-radio, or both. Even Miss Diana is aware of that.
So in effect, the lumpectomy and the holistic food eating helped you.
Helped me.
Okay, so the main reason for Diana's healing was the surgery. The chemo would have helped her control and kill remaining cancer cells and increase her chance of survival. Hopefully, the reason why she is still cancer-free now is nakuha ng opera ang lahat ng cancer cells. Pero that is very difficult to determine. And since she refuses chemo, the next best thing to do is always to monitor kung may bumabalik.
Every time I do my tests again, my tumor marker doesn't go up. That's because I'm keeping it with the food. And then I remember, what am I stressing about? All of those factors, they contribute to a person getting sick.
Actually, tumor markers are not routinely used to monitor for recurrence or kung bumalik yung breast cancer. The best way to check is yearly mammogram on the other breast. Titingnan dyan kung may bagong bukol. Tumor markers are not sensitive during the early part of the recurrence, so wala rin.
And what is your status today?
Today, I'm cancer-free, as they like to say. I like to say I peacefully coexist with cancer. What is the maintenance I can do? Everything has to be in balance for you to live a healthy life.
Okay, so takeaway message. We have to make this definition clear so as not to give false hopes to breast cancer patients. Being cancer-free does not mean na wala ka ng cancer sa katawan or that hindi nababalik ang cancer mo. So surgery-wise, you are cancer-free if ang official biopsy result mo nakasulat, margins are negative for cancer, meaning ang lahat ng cancer cells mo nasa loob ng bukol, ang lahat ng nasa labas, healthy tissues, meaning walang nakitang cancer sa gilid. And sa repeat CT scan, walang pagkalat na nakita sa node sa kilikili, hindi nag-spread sa kabilang dibdib. Sa mammogram, sa CT scan, or sa MRI, wala sa atay, wala sa utak, or sa buto. So meaning wala na talaga, Doc? Not necessarily. Kasi ang cancer cells mo, pwede pa rin yang nakatago lang sa boobs mo. So pwedeng sa kabilang boobs. So pwedeng sa lymph nodes, pwedeng sa atay, pwedeng sa utak. Ngayon, undetectable, pero pwedeng lumaki ulit in the future. Diyan pumapasok ang chemo and radio mo, endocrine therapy, etc. Lahat ng mga gamot na binibigay after ng opera. So, para patayin ang mga cancer cells na pwedeng natira pa. This increases your survival rate and decreases the chance na may bumalik na cancer in the coming years. So, instead of the term cancer-free, we prefer the term remission. So, complete remission. This is the period na walang na-detect na cancer sa katawan. Depende sa type ng breast cancer mo, sometimes pwedeng bumalik ang cancer within 5 to 10 years. So, ang gamot mo dyan, binibigay ng ganyan katagal. After the time period, bumababa ng recurrence or ang chance na bumalik. So, ang goal mo dyan, ibigay lahat ng pwedeng ibigay para lang wag bumalik. That includes chemo, radio, ibang gamot. Yes, magastos talaga, pero baliwala lahat ng hirap mo pag bumalik na naman. Mind you, merong programs ang gobyerno para gawing affordable ang mga gamot na ito. So, tiis lang talaga. The first 5 years or 10 years is crucial. Pero pag nalampasan mo yan, makakahinga ka na ng maluwag. Yes, tama si Diana. There is no cure for breast cancer. You just have to keep it controlled with the right diet, treatment, and constant, I repeat, constant monitoring and follow-up. So that's it for today's episode of Maritas Files. See you again next week for another meaty surgical chism. Till next time, surge on, guys!